Welcome back to Dukascopy TV. I'm Andrew Sachs-McLeod of your Forex industry news source LeapRate. Today we're joined by Diana Munoz of CommexFX. Hello Diana. Hi
Andrew, nice to meet you.
You too. How do you enjoy the Dukascopy Geneva Forex events? Do you consider the conferences such as this with media coverage to be vital in gaining good quality client base, with it being effective and much more fruitful than the somewhat passé method of acquisition via media from websites?
I love the Dukascopy events. I've been to quite a few already. I believe that they're a great way to connect with the financial industry professionals. It's more offline marketing, because you interact with people all from the financial world, whether they are retail or institutional. It's a great way to exchange ideas, to meet people. Exactly as you said before, the online sort of, let's say that the world is now leaning more towards online marketing, but I believe that it's very important to put a name to a face, to actually meet people. Also, Dukascopy have got the great idea that they combine these events, not just with making it a serious financial event, but they also get great sponsorships, from great designers and shop art and so on. That just makes it more kind of more classy and more elegant, and it makes it actually quite fun and very entertaining indeed.
I would quite agree with you. Being based in Cyprus, where does CommexFX see most of its order flow originate from?
Well, we are based in Cyprus. This is our headquarters, and we actually have clients from all over the globe. That being Africa, the Middle East, Europe, but we're now sort of concentrating more in Asia. This is the economy which is outpacing the rest of the world, and we want to be there.
So not just from the MiFID nations, but a wide range of other regions also.
That's correct, yes. MiFID, as you know, is mainly the European nations. Europe is a great place, and they're very, very savvy traders there. But we can see that the boom and the thirst that exists now in Asia and the other countries like Vietnam, Indonesia, Malaysia. There's of course population-wise as well. There are more people there, and they all they have this incredible thirst to know about forex trading, investment, how to invest their money. They're not great investors. I mean, speaking about amounts, but they do continuously invest. It's more volume. So we want to be there in those markets to educate them, to hold their hand, to teach them everything they need to know, and obviously to teach them the benefits, that we as a company have to offer them. But of course, again, it's the language barrier that we need to offer them everything that they want in their own language, just to make it easier.
So a very poignant issue. Let's talk about the recovery that Cyprus made from last year's banking crisis. Cyprus still holds itself as a hub for retail FX, and from what I can see, not very much of a negative effect was created by the controversial bail-in last year.
The Cyprus bailout, which took place 27th of March last year, actually mutilated the banking financial industry. But like you say, it's well on its way to recovery, and Cyprus does continue to be the ideal choice for retail FX. It's not only the fact that it has an ideal strategic location, obviously, but the corporate tax here is 10%, so that's probably one of the lowest in Europe. It also boasts a large financial sector, and it has a very skilled workforce. Okay, and an FX brokerage company will always require certain FX experience, employees. Also, its regulation authority, which is CySEC, okay, is very strict and abides by MiFID, which is a strict European law, and it allows the FX brokers to passport their brokerage services within the European Union, which is also a plus for us. And the last thing I would like to say is that Cyprus boasts a very strong internet and telecoms infrastructure.
So bearing all that in mind, how did the local Forex industry in Cyprus respond to the actual bail-in? And the fact that subsequent to that, banks worldwide started to restrict the opening of corporate accounts by FX firms in Cyprus?
Well, again, there's always a difference between the media that you read, international media, as opposed to the local media. Yes, it's true, like I mentioned before, that the bailout affected Cyprus. I mean, two banks were very much affected. One ceased to operate, and the other one inherited a 9 billion debt. Ourselves as CommexFX, and I'm sure that I can more or less speak for the other FX brokers which are based here, didn't really affect us because our clientele is not local. Our clients' funds are held in segregated accounts. We're compliant of MiFID, so basically it didn't really affect us or our clients. But yes, nationally and locally, a lot of people, they had a lot of difficulties with their money and their funds. The good news is that the Troika, I don't know if you've heard of the Troika, which is the European Commission, the European Central Bank, and the International Monetary Fund, they actually have declared that the banking sector by 2015, which is next year, will be completely recovered, which is good news for everybody involved. And lately also, Cyprus has been heavily investing in solar energy, natural gas, and agro-tourism. But, I would like to mention again that this bailout did not affect CommexFX as a company. And the good news is that it's on its way to recovery.
So on that basis, do you consider that it's more sustainable business model to operate from a non-EU region from a banking perspective and then hold client funds outside Cyprus and indeed outside the EU, but operate as a brokerage from Cyprus?
Well, like I said to you before, the model really, okay, with all respect to non-banking institutions, the security and safety of funds is the main, I would say, the most important thing for any forex broker. So to be honest with you, for us, for example, for our company, we believe that a banking, it really doesn't affect it because we're based here for legal reasons, for tax reasons, like most brokers are. It's a very popular place to open up an FX company. But the actual clients, funds, they're all in segregated accounts. So they're not really affected, if you can see what I mean. And obviously, when you're operating within a European Union or member state or whatever, the European jurisdiction applies, which is quite strict, and it abides. And it's always good. I think there are some measures of compliance and some measures of legal entities are quite important. Mainly for the security of the funds of the client, which we want them to feel safe. We want them to feel that the money is safe.
Absolutely. So let's go into a little bit of detail about CommexFX and the structure of the company, who provides liquidity and technology to CommexFX, and how the firm differentiates itself from the 140 other Cyprus-based FX firms.
Well, we work with a basket of liquidity providers and also well-known, tier one banking institutions. They're all very respected and excellent in the market. The same goes with our technology providers. They're also very well-known and established. I cannot reveal any names at this stage, but they are extremely well-known and respected. So we work with a lot of them. And that's also, again, important because we're dealing with our clients' monies and funds. And so we need to keep that kind of, seriousness and kind of safety element in place. Basically, CommexFX, like you said, is one of many FX brokers based in Cyprus for the reasons that I said before, for tax reasons, strategic, etc., etc. The competition is fierce, and we enjoy competition, and we find it a challenge. And we would like to differentiate ourselves in the products that we offer. And because of this, we try to always exceed in excellence. How can you do that? Well, we invest our time in discovering and trying to find out what are the best platforms to offer. So we offer good platforms, trustworthy platforms. We have the MT4 on board, which is probably the most popular platform out there. We also have Forex, which is a great decision that we took not very long ago. We find it's also a very good platform. We have very good pricing available. We offer paper-thin spreads. We have an extremely fast, almost lightning execution. We are now offering very interesting and very, very rewarding partnership programs like IB programs, affiliate programs. The FX industry now is leaning towards affiliation more and IBs. And this is where we will, conquer the industry. This is our intention. And so also, of course, a very important factor is customer care. So we want to be in touch with our customer. We want to retain him. We want to keep him happy, because if he's happy, he will spread the word. And, you know, our fame and our reputation, which is pivotal for our existence, basically, you know, it's very important. And this is basically, you know, what our goals are. We want to also, we want to eventually open offices abroad. At the moment, the headquarters is in Cyprus. And, you know, we are establishing ourselves in Asia and, you know, very soon in other continents. But anyway, we will keep you posted, and you can always follow us on Facebook. So.
Thank you very much for covering some very interesting topics, Diana. Very good to speak to you. Hope to see you soon.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Pleasure. Bye-bye.
Bye.
You're watching Dukascopy TV. I'm Andrew Sachs-McLeod of LeapRate, your industry news source. Thank you for watching. See you next time.